We got in the van. We started driving around. We got to transitional housing. We got to those yellow houses in front of YMCA. I remember those houses. I was just kind of waiting for the moment that she would say that house in the back was part of transitional housing. I was like, is she gonna say it? Like, was I living in transitional housing when I was 4 years old? That's when I realized I was part of the program. No wonder it makes sense why I went to daycare there. It makes sense why we were only here for a year. It makes sense why we were showered with gifts on December. A house was furnished. Like, we had everything. We walked in there and all we had to put was a TV. Because we had beds, we had sofas, we had everything, a refrigerator, a table. I remember telling my mom that same day after work, I went over to pick up my kids. She's the one that watches them. And I said, Mom, how come you never told me I was in transitional housing? And she was like, we have talked about it. I'm like, yeah, but you never said it was when we lived there that we were in transitional housing. Thanks for them, we weren't homeless. We were not sleeping in our car or motels. Like, we had a place to live for a year until we found a place. She did mention that she didn't want me to find out. My parents mentioned, I'm like, they felt like they failed us as parents, that we didn't have a place to live. And that's the reason why we were there. That we were there because we were being helped. Like I told her, I don't hate you for that. Instead, I'm grateful that you guys accepted that help, because my parents are really, their pride is really strong. Like, they would not ask for assistance unless it's really necessary. So I got to, I'm like, I'm happy that you guys didn't allow us to be out in the streets, that you guys took that help. Ever since then, I mean, we never went through a crisis like this. And something that I really get from them and I value from them is that they always take us as a family, no matter what. No matter what we went through, we were always together. And we got out of it together. Growing up, I always told myself, I don't want my kids to go the same thing I went through. I am a mother of two. I have a 4-year-old and a 9-month-old, and a husband as well. I'm like, thankfully, they haven't gone through none of that yet, and hopefully they're not, and they never do. But something that I'm teaching my kids is that life is not a fairy tale, and it's not always going to be perfect, and that not always they're going to have everything. They have to fight for what they want, and they have to work hard for what they want.